everybody, welcome to week 12 on our 52-week road trip. We are in Kansas this week, so stick around and hear what we did in Topeka, Kansas, Beaver, Kansas. We're at Lake Scott. We saw Monument Rocks, which is pretty much like what's called Stonehenge, in the middle of Kansas. Then we saw Granny, Bev, and Randy. They came to visit us here for a day in Lake Scott. We're going to head over to Dodge City, and we're going to be boondocking in Independence at a Walmart. Woohoo! See how that one works out. And then we're heading out to State 13, so stick around.
All right, yeah, so this is week 12. It's September 7th. It is 3:09 p.m. Central Time. And we're sitting here at Battle Canyon in Beaver, Kansas, just north of Scott City, Kansas.
I just like to say we're like Lake Scott State Park. Sounds so much better than hey, we're in Beaver, Kansas.
Beaver, Kansas. So
it's terrible.
Yeah, we came out of Nebraska City, headed south, due south, almost straight south down in
6 hours
to Topeka.
Yeah. No, it's Topeka. He likes to enunciate. He's like, when we went to Topeka, it's not Topeka.
So we stayed in Topeka. At Hilltop Campground, which was an interesting place. The lady there was super nice.
Super nice.
It was a super cheap place to stay the night. It was only, probably 20 minutes out of Topeka. But,
a little weird. Yeah, not weird. I don't know if it's weird. It's just outside my norm.
You get what you pay for. But it had a pool and we had fun, and it was good enough. But yeah, we showed up.
Oh, but real quick, while we were driving there, I always hear things on vehicles, and Charlie's always like, it's fine. Everything's fine.
I didn't say this was fine.
No, but listen, it's just I always hear noises, and usually I'm like, I hear something or I smell burning gas. Well, that's not me. And I hear something, that's not me. Something's dragging. I don't hear anything. Well, I heard something dragging. He didn't hear anything. And then I hear it dragging again because his entire rubber inside of the wheel well was now dangling.
Yeah, and the mud flap was just dragging on the ground.
Well, but then the other part was rubbing on the tire because it was being held in by 2 screws.
3.
And so, so I heard correctly.
Yeah.
And I always say things that I hear just in case it is ours and we can fix it quickly.
So we yanked the flap off and we went into Topeka to go check out the Capitol. And it was a neat place.
It was a nice Capitol.
They had actually, we found out later, just restored it. I don't know if you saw that, but they had just restored it. And I think, Bella, what was the budget? Something like...
Oh, it was 300 something.
No, but the budget was 100 and
it
some
was
million.
120.
Yeah, 120 million, and they ended up, because of budget overrun, going to almost $400 million. But it looked really nice.
It was very cool, but I feel like they could have taken some of that money and fixed some of the roads, because some of the roads were awful.
Yeah, so we spent some time there, took some pictures, and then headed over to a restaurant, had some Italian food, which was pretty good.
We tried to go to Vitamin Cottage because they had a Vitamin Cottage.
But it was closed.
But it closed 20 minutes before we got there because it was Sunday.
Yeah. Well, no, it was Labor Day weekend.
It was Labor Day weekend, so they closed like 2 hours.
It was actually Labor Day.
But Home Depot was open. I had to get in one of my stores, and I went and bought a little supply organizing chest for all my jewelry making stuff.
Yeah.
And latex gloves so he could change out the sewer hoses.
So we peace out Topeka at, 6:30 a.m. because we had a long drive out to where we are now, which is basically Scott City, Lake Scott, in Kansas.
Six-hour drive.
So that we could meet my mom, Granny Bev, and my stepdad, Mr. Randy Gentry, and because they had come in the night before, so we got to meet up with family, which was nice.
I know. So I've been crying a lot for the past month because I just every time I think of home, I miss it, and so I feel like I'm gonna get choked up again. And so while we were in where were we? The Indian Caves place. I had called, or me and my dad did a video chat while he was doing his band practice, which he knows what that is. And so him and my brother and 2 other friends, they get together once a week and they play music and stuff. And so they played 2 of my favorite songs. And so when they were done, I'm enjoying. I'm woohoo, and I'm singing along. And then I go to tell my dad thank you, and and I start bawling. I don't know if anybody else heard, but my brother was looking at the phone what are you doing? But anyway, when I saw them, Granny, Bev, and Randy, and we got out of the car to say hi real quick before we went to the thing, I went over to give her a hug and I started crying. I was like, it's so good to see family. I've been crying.
And I think they got here early. They actually came to our campground ahead of time. They didn't stay there. They always stayed at a hotel. But But they came to our campground early just to see if I could actually back the trailer into a spot. I know that's what it was.
You've been caught. But you did. It took 17 times.
It took like 5 times, and I backed it in, and we were good. And then we went into town, had some lunch.
It was good.
Yeah,
Tate's,
really good.
Tate's Burger Joint or something.
Good.
It was very good.
I don't think it was a burger. It wasn't called a burger joint. It was just Tate's.
Tate's.
It was good. And then we went over to this bizarre little place called Monument Rocks. And it was, so you drive back north, and then you drive 8 miles through like on a dirt road through cornfields.
And we turned, and I'm like, Randy's probably wondering, where are you taking me? Because we had no idea it was a dirt road, and it just kept going and going. Yeah. And you're just looking at grass and ground.
No, and corn.
And dead. And so it's like, where are these rocks? But then they appeared, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, they appeared. So we got out and checked out the rocks, and Randy did come over. He's like, how did you find this place?
But what was even weirder is like the 12 other people that were there too.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
Who was there?
Yeah, there's a motorhome and a couple other cars. But it was neat. I mean, it was a bunch of sandstone, and they're probably, I don't know, 100 feet tall, maybe. I don't know. And just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was cool. We said bye to them there, which was sad.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we did. We had to say goodbye.
Because they had to go back. My mom had some stuff to take care of.
Yeah, so we were with them 4 hours. Yes, I do remember. I do those things in my head from like 12 to 4. They had brought stuff to make s'mores, and they didn't come back so we could make them. But so thank you, Randy, for bringing the stuff for s'mores. We still haven't done them yet because it's been raining all week. And then Granny Bev, she went to Vitamin Cottage. I'm like obsessed with Vitamin Cottage. Before she left Colorado, because I asked if she could go see if they have my coffee there, because I haven't been able to find it since like Oregon. And I just asked for 2 bags, but she brought me 3. And because I guess she tried a couple other stores and couldn't find that particular, she found the brand but not the particular flavor that I liked. And so when she actually found it, she's like, I bought you 3. So now I am stocked up for a while.
And hey, by the way, guys, New Hampshire in November. It's supposed to be pretty nice.
If anybody wants to spend Thanksgiving with the Newsoms in New Hampshire.
Yeah, so they left, and we're like,
unless I don't know, you don't call me.
Yeah, we're like, see ya. No, just kidding.
We weren't. No.
And we came back to, did our camping thing.
So it's not really humid here. At least you don't feel the humidity like we have everywhere else.
Back at Lake Scott.
Yep. And so I really like this place. It's a state park. It's beautiful. We're across the road from the lake, but the lake is literally like right there.
Yeah, you see it from our campground.
Yeah, so you see it, and it's quiet, and so it has been a very relaxing week, which has been nice. It's rained a lot, which cools off the nights.
Yep.
Unfortunately, their shower house that has the doors and like a roof over the shower, there was no cold water because I guess they were out of propane. So we had to use the showers that were like across the street from us.
They're outdoors.
With no doors.
Yeah, there's no shower curtain or anything.
So me being the person I am.
I mean, at least the pooper has a door. But the showers don't.
Is that what you call it now that you live in our...
But the showers don't.
They don't. There's no doors.
I mean, so nobody can see you go to the bathroom, but they can see you take a shower. That's great.
And so, but I have a shower curtain. So I took it over and kind of jerry-rigged it so it was like attached with my elastic band on this little hook, and then he had his water bottle covering it. But you're taking a shower with all the bugs and everything flying around, and it was like a power washer. Oh. So I think I lost about 3 layers of skin. I'm pretty sure I lost half of my hair.
Exfoliating.
It was very much exfoliating.
I decided not to take one there. I went to the showers that were cold.
And he took a shower, a cold shower. But they filled up the propane this morning, so we're gonna go back. I had the kids take the showers yesterday over there, so we had to set up our shower curtain. And it was weird. I always told Charlie, you always see it in the magazines and stuff, Architecture Digest and all that kind of stuff. And they got the rain shower heads. It's coming down, and you have your own outside shower thing next to your pool, and you're just like you're in a rainforest. I'm like, I always figured that my first outdoor shower experience would be that, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was power washer surrounded by bugs, and my brown like this shower curtain like flopping in the wind because the water pressure was so hard. It was pushing. If anybody would have come, they would have just seen everything. And it's weird. I'm like, I'm not that open with myself. So, but I really do like it here.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice. And Ollie's been able to come out. The kids are doing their school, and it's just
the people are nice. We yesterday we had a pretty interesting experience. There was this guy. Who had come in the night before. Had an experience. He had come in the night before in this enormous. I mean, it was huge.
It had to be like 45 feet.
Yeah, he told me it was 45 feet.
Oh.
And it weighed 40,000 pounds or something like that. Anyway,
an RV, not
he
a
pulled in,
RV.
and even when he came in, I thought he pulled in fast. I mean, he just kind of whipped in and whatever. And I'm like, anyway, he parked for the night. The next day, he must have left early because if you saw him,
I was walking about 7, and they were leaving.
They were gone, so they were heading up north. Anyway, apparently he tries to pull out of the campground and completely misjudged the turn. So there's this driveway out, and on each side of it is kind of an embankment, a ditch or whatever. So he pulls out and completely misjudged it. And he comes around, and his back wheels went into the ditch, and he actually got high centered on his frame and like a bike hitch a trailer hitch on the back of it. And if that trailer hitch wasn't there, he probably would have rolled this thing into this ditch, which would have been horrible. But as it was, anyway, he got stuck, so his rear wheels were like up in the air. And
but do a long story short.
Yeah, long story short. So anyway, I asked him if he needs some help. He said yeah, because he couldn't use his phone because AT&T sucks out here. I gave him my phone. He made a bunch of phone calls. Nobody would come out to help him. Drove him into town. He bought probably $50 worth of 2x6s and a $80 hydraulic jack. And for the next, 4, 5, 6 hours.
It was a total of almost 9.5 hours.
From when he got stuck.
Yeah.
He was jacking, putting wood up under, lowering, backing up, jack, wood, lower. And eventually he got tired of it, and he figured he got it up high enough. So we hooked up Zeke, my truck, with a tow strap to his hitch and got him propped up far enough. And eventually we kind of pulled him out of this ditch. So it was interesting. He was an interesting dude too. He's from Minnesota, and he was a Norwegian idiot or something like that. It was interesting.
I was more concerned with, I'm like, I wonder how the wife is feeling right now, because
she was angry.
Every wife would have said, why did you go? Because it was a weird exit. There was an exit right because he was parked right by us. He could have, and maybe it was just too wide of a turn.
No, because he pulled right out when we got him out. He just misjudged it.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, where he was parked, all he had to do was go, then go out the exit. And it was a flat exit, too. But he went all the way to the other side of the park. That's where, and I heard him get stuck because I heard him trying to get out, and he was digging into the mud. And all I could think of is she probably told him not to go that way, too, because that's just what we do. Like, you know what, hon? The sign says you can't take this through Zion National Park. Let's not go that way. And husband says, eh. And then you get there and you still have to turn around and go back. So 9.5 hours she probably was stewing. Yeah. And it was rainy, and it happens.
Yep.
But
I mean, we've seen other weird stuff too. So
it was just
thankful it's not us. So anyway, yeah, we basically just been hanging out here. I mean, it's been a relaxing week. Today we came out to this place called Battle Canyon, which I don't know if I already said this, but apparently it's the last place in Kansas where they had a war or battle between the Indians and the United States.
Deja vu.
Yeah, so.
I thought I heard that.
Pretty cool little place.
I did video call today with my parents. They were out picking up some eggs, so I got to see my chickens and hear my chickens. And so my dad's funny, so they went down, and so they were counting all the chickens and make sure I had 19 there. And I'm talking to him and listening to him. Well, I get on the camera that's inside the coop, so you see the whole top, what is that called, aerial view, I guess, from inside. And it's the camera I can hear on and I can talk back to. So they're in there, and I'm talking to my parents, and my dad's pulling out chickens, and it kept freezing a couple times, so I'd have to get off and go back on. And so it was like this progression of things. My dad's like on his hands and knees, and he's getting chickens out. And then I get back on, and he's sitting on the ground, and he's doing something. And then I get back on, he's got a chicken in his arms. He loves the chickens. It was just cute. I thought he likes animals, and I thought I had to share that. We'll keep that on just so you can hear that, Dad. I just thought it was cute.
So anyway, we're out of here tonight, or not tonight, but tomorrow. We're on our way to Dodge City, which will be fun.
Danny will say, now you can get out of Dodge.
Yeah, we'll get out of Dodge and then head our way to Independence. And
oh yeah, so we're gonna boondock, and we tried this once before.
We're doing it this time.
We're gonna try. The weather's supposed to be decent.
72.
He did. I told him, I'm like, do an aerial shot of the Walmart to make sure it's okay.
It's
he
like
said
small
he did.
town Kansas.
Yeah, but that could be weird.
Idea. It could be.
You were small town Kansas in
college.
No, but
all I'm saying
look how you turned out.
Is Walmart was here and small town was here, so who knows?
I know, he told me about small town Kansas. He went to college in Central. So that's why I'm like, you know.
I went to college in
McPherson, sorry. At Central. Stop it. Central.
Like McPherson.
Stop it. So anyway, hearing what they did for fun on the weekends, I don't need to be the one who's at the end of that.
The kids were here. I'm just kidding.
No, we're not telling anybody what you did. That's terrible. All
right.
So we can call the sheriff's office though and see if they still have you on rec.
We could. All right.
Let's go visit.
Howdy.
Wait.
Yeah, let's go to the police office, please.
We can go visit at the
McPherson
police station and see.
About an hour to our drive.
Okay.
So the next day we left Lake Scott to go to Kinsley, Kansas, so we could go to Boot Hill Museum in Dodge City.
We went to the Boot Hill Museum. We learned a lot. There was an old cellar in there, and then we learned about all the Indians' life, and we saw all their clothes, and we got to see a documentary not full documentary, it was like a 3-minute video on Indians and hunting bison.
I saw ball gowns. Those were pretty. I love the ball gowns. I remember seeing actors, and we were able to go into an old church and an old school building. I like the gift shop. The gift shop was cool.
Yeah, that gift shop was cool. I had one of these Indian toys for like $20, so we didn't get to buy them. And then
I like the jewelry.
We left Dodge City, and then we went to Independence. And then we boondocks into
in a Walmart.
We went boondocks at Walmart for a couple of days.
No, one
night, and then. Cool. I practiced hunting my stuffed animal, my Mr. Bunny, my
stuffed animal
that I think is alive, and then I hunted Sugar, and I was stalking Sugar,
our dog.
And then one time I almost got her, and she freaked out, and she ran to Dad the rest of the time.
It was different than an RV park because. Well, we forgot. Okay, so we forgot to fill up the water tank. So we were without water that night, right? We were without. Oh yeah. So we were without water. So that was interesting.
Yeah, we felt kind of safe because, of course, it closed. It was open all night, and then I heard a lot of cars pulling in next to us. So
it was safer than the other Walmart that we went to.
Yeah.
Alright, so I liked Topeka. The Capitol was pretty cool. I'd say that was one of my favorite Capitol buildings. And then I liked the place where we went to Monument Rocks and where we stayed around Lake Scott. We were able to see family there for the first time on this trip.
Well, my favorite part was doing the gym class, my dad gym class.
Coach Dad.
Coach Dad. So we went to the playground, and then you had to run up all these stairs, go down a slide, and then you had to do push-ups, and then you had to do pull-ups. And then you had to go up a ladder, and then you had to go back down a really steep kind of slide. And then the first time I kind of got a little
antsy. That was making no sense. We did an obstacle course.
Yeah, that's it. My favorite part of Kansas was getting about this.
You brought it well.
My Granny Bev
and Randy.
Granny Bev and Randy.
We love and tell you this.
B-Y-E. Love you, peeps. Sweet.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.